In life, we celebrate the stars who shine bright, but when they leave us, we honor the legacies they leave behind. Today on Gone Legends, we remember three remarkable American stars who touched millions with their talent, passion, and dedication. Their passing is not just a headline. It is a reminder of how fleeting life can be, and how deeply we cherish those who inspire us. Before we begin, I invite you to join this journey of remembrance. Please like this video, subscribe to Gone Legends, and share it with others so their memories live on. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from today? Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers. A name that echoes through generations of cinema lovers, sports fans, and anyone who believes in the power of determination. Born on January 14, 1948, in New Orleans, Louisiana, Carl Weathers lived a life filled with discipline, artistry, and inspiration. He was more than just an actor. He was an athlete, a performer, a leader, and above all, a man whose presence on screen and off-screen inspired countless people around the world. Carl Weathers passed away on February 1, 2024, at the age of 76. He died peacefully in his sleep at his home in Los Angeles, California. His family confirmed the news with a heartfelt statement, describing him as an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life. His death marked a profound moment of loss, not just for Hollywood, but for the millions of fans who grew up watching him. His legacy will forever be linked with his unforgettable roles in the Rocky franchise, in Predator, and in more recent years, in the globally beloved series, The Mandalorian. Glowing star early life and athletic career. Carl Weathers' journey began in the streets of New Orleans. From a young age, he displayed remarkable athletic ability. That passion led him to pursue a career in football, eventually earning a scholarship at San Diego State University. Weathers' skills on the field were undeniable. He played as a linebacker and went on to play professionally in the National Football League (NFL) with the Oakland Raiders. Though his professional football career was relatively short-lived, it paved the way for something greater, a transition into acting, where his discipline as an athlete would become one of his greatest strengths. Clapperboard breakthrough in acting. Carl Weathers' big break came in 1976, when he landed the role of Apollo Creed in the film Rocky, starring alongside Sylvester Stallone. This role catapulted him to international fame. Apollo Creed was more than a character. He was a symbol of pride, strength, and charisma. He was the champion who tested Rocky Balboa, and eventually, a friend who embodied honor and respect. Carl's performance gave Apollo Creed life, depth, and complexity. Audiences around the world fell in love with his energy, his charm, and his larger-than-life screen presence. The Rocky series became one of the most iconic franchises in Hollywood, and Carl Weathers' portrayal of Apollo Creed remains a cornerstone of cinema history. Movie camera. Other iconic roles. Beyond Rocky, Carl Weathers built a career filled with memorable performances. In 1987, he starred alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator, an action film that became a cultural phenomenon. His character, Dylan, showcased his ability to blend toughness with emotion, leaving audiences captivated. He also appeared in films like Action Jackson, 1988, Happy Gilmore, 1996, where he played the unforgettable golf coach Chubbs Peterson, and numerous television shows. In recent years, Weathers found a new generation of fans through his role as Greef Karga in The Mandalorian. His powerful screen presence, even decades after his debut, proved that true talent never fades. Red Heart, a man beyond the screen. Carl Weathers wasn't just admired for his roles, he was respected for his character. Friends, colleagues, and fans consistently described him as warm, humble, and deeply committed to his craft. He dedicated time to mentoring young actors and inspiring athletes who wanted to follow his path. His work ethic, combined with his natural charisma, made him a role model. When news of his passing broke, tributes poured in from around the world. Sylvester Stallone shared an emotional video, breaking down as he remembered his longtime friend. The cast of The Mandalorian also expressed their grief, highlighting his generosity and kindness. Candle, how he died and his final resting place. Carl Weathers died on February 1, 2024, at his home in Los Angeles. His death was described as peaceful, and no foul play or prolonged illness was reported. He was 76 years old. He was later laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles, a cemetery that has become the final resting place for many Hollywood legends. His grave has already become a place where fans come to pay their respects, leaving flowers, letters, and memorabilia from his films. Calendar anniversary of his passing. Today, as we remember Carl Weathers, we mark the anniversary of his passing, a solemn day to reflect on the impact he had. His death anniversary, February 1st, will forever be a day when fans revisit his films, celebrate his talent, and honor the man who gave us so many unforgettable moments. Rose closing tribute for Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers' story is one of transformation, an athlete who became a Hollywood star, an actor who became an icon, and a man who left behind a legacy of dignity and strength. He showed us that dreams can take many forms, and that with dedication and heart, one can shine in multiple arenas. Though he is gone, Carl Weathers will never be forgotten. Every time Apollo Creed dances in the ring, every time Chubbs tells Happy Gilmore to just tap it in, and every time Greef Karga commands respect in The Mandalorian, Carl's spirit lives on. Today we honor him. Today we remember him. And today we say thank you, Carl Weathers, for everything. Andre Braugher. Andre Braugher. A voice of authority, a face of strength, and a talent that commanded respect every time he appeared on screen. Born on July 1, 1962, in Chicago, Illinois, Andre grew up with a passion for learning, discipline, and the arts. His remarkable journey took him from humble beginnings to the heights of Hollywood, where he left behind a career defined by excellence, grace, and unforgettable performances. Andre Braugher passed away on December 11, 2023, at the age of 61. He died in New Jersey after a brief illness. His sudden passing shocked fans, colleagues, and the entire entertainment industry. Known for his commanding presence and distinctive voice, Braugher was a rare kind of actor, one who brought dignity, strength, and vulnerability to every role he took on. Glowing star early life and education. Andre Braugher's story began in Chicago, where his natural intelligence and determination stood out even as a young man. He attended St. Ignatius College Prep before moving on to the prestigious Stanford University, where he earned a scholarship and studied theater. His passion for acting led him to the Juilliard School in New York City, one of the most renowned performing arts conservatories in the world. There, he honed his craft with dedication and precision, preparing himself for the journey that would eventually make him one of the most respected actors of his generation. Clapperboard breakthrough in acting. Braugher's first major breakthrough came in 1989, when he starred as Thomas Searles in the Civil War film Glory, alongside Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. His performance stood out in a film filled with powerful acting, marking him as a talent to watch. But it was television that gave him his most iconic role, Detective Frank Pembleton on the groundbreaking NBC series Homicide, Life on the Street. From 1993 to 1998, Braugher's portrayal of Pembleton captivated audiences. The character was sharp, complex, and deeply human. Andre's performance earned him widespread acclaim, including a Primetime Emmy Award in 1998 for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. He later starred in Men of a Certain Age and several other acclaimed television dramas. But in 2013, he found a whole new audience with his role as Captain Raymond Holt in the comedy series Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Face with tears of joy Captain Holt and a new generation of fans. For many people, Andre Braugher will forever be remembered as Captain Holt. His stoic delivery, combined with sharp wit and comedic timing, turned him into an icon of modern television comedy. Fans loved how he played Holt with a perfect balance of seriousness and humor. His deadpan style, paired with moments of surprising vulnerability, made him one of the most beloved characters on the show. Over the course of 8 seasons, Captain Holt became a symbol of leadership, resilience, and representation, particularly as one of the first openly gay black police captains on television. This role not only showcased Braugher's versatility as an actor but also cemented his place in the hearts of millions around the world. Red Heart, a man of integrity and family. Off-screen, Andre Braugher was known as a private, grounded man. He was married to actress Emmy Brabson, and together they had 3 sons. Despite his fame, he prioritized family life and valued privacy over the spotlight. Those who worked with him often spoke of his integrity, his kindness, and his unwavering professionalism. To his colleagues, he was not just a co-star but a mentor and friend. When news of his death broke, tributes poured in from the entertainment industry. His Brooklyn Nine-Nine castmates shared heartfelt memories, describing him as both brilliant and deeply compassionate. Terry Crews, Melissa Fumero, and others expressed their grief publicly, with Crews calling Braugher one of the most talented and respected actors I have ever known. Candle, how he died and his final resting place. Andre Braugher died on December 11, 2023, at the age of 61, after a brief illness. While his family did not disclose the exact illness, the suddenness of his passing left fans stunned. He was laid to rest in a private funeral in New Jersey, surrounded by family, close friends, and colleagues who came to pay their respects. His burial site has since become a quiet place of remembrance for those who loved him. Calendar anniversary of his passing. Every December 11th, fans and colleagues will now pause to remember Andre Braugher. His death anniversary is not just a day of mourning. It is a day to celebrate the profound impact he had on television and film. From glory to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, his legacy remains firmly etched in the history of American entertainment. Rose closing tribute for Andre Braugher. Andre Braugher's story is one of brilliance, dedication, and heart. He was a man who carried himself with dignity, both on and off screen. His performances were layered with intelligence, compassion, and strength, making him a role model for aspiring actors everywhere. Though he left this world too soon, his legacy continues to inspire. Every time someone watches Detective Pembleton unravel a mystery, or Captain Holt deliver a perfectly timed line, Andre Braugher's spirit shines through. Today we honor him. Today we remember him. And today we say thank you, Andre Braugher, for giving us characters who made us think, laugh, and feel deeply. Toby Keith. Toby Keith. A name that resonates far beyond the world of country music. He was more than a singer. He was a storyteller, a patriot, and a man who gave voice to both everyday joys and the struggles that unite us as people. Born on July 8, 1961, in Clinton, Oklahoma, Toby Keith Covell grew up surrounded by family, faith, and the values of hard work. From those roots, he rose to become one of the most successful and beloved country musicians of his time. Toby Keith passed away on February 5, 2024, at the age of 62, after a courageous battle with stomach cancer. He died in Oklahoma, surrounded by loved ones. His passing left a void in the music industry and in the hearts of millions of fans who had been touched by his songs for decades. Glowing star early life and beginnings in music. Toby Keith's journey started in Oklahoma, where his love of music was inspired by his grandmother, who owned a supper club. There, Toby was exposed to live music and developed a passion for performing. Before fame found him, he worked in the oil fields, played semi-professional football, and spent countless hours perfecting his songwriting. His resilience and blue-collar background gave authenticity to the stories he later told in his songs. In the early 1990s, Toby pursued music full-time, forming a band and performing across the South. His determination paid off when he signed a record deal, leading to the release of his self-titled debut album in 1993. Musical notes rise to fame. Toby's very first single, Should Have Been a Cowboy, became a massive hit. It went on to become one of the most played country songs of the 1990s, setting the stage for a career that would span 3 decades. From there, Toby Keith's music became a staple of country radio. Hits like How Do You Like Me Now?, I Love This Bar, American Soldier, and Beer for My Horses showcased his versatility as both a performer and a songwriter. He had a rare ability to connect with listeners, whether through heartfelt ballads about love and loss or through rowdy anthems celebrating life's simple pleasures. His blend of sincerity and swagger made him one of the most recognizable voices in American country music. United States patriotism and legacy. One of the defining features of Toby Keith's career was his unapologetic patriotism. Following the September 11th attacks in 2001, Toby wrote and performed "Courtesy of the Red, White and Blue, the Angry American." The song struck a chord with millions, becoming both a rallying cry and a symbol of resilience during a time of national grief. While it sparked debate in some circles, Toby never shied away from expressing his beliefs. For many fans, his music reflected pride in America, respect for the military, and appreciation for the freedoms we often take for granted. Beyond his music, Toby Keith dedicated much of his life to supporting U.S. troops. He performed on hundreds of USO tours, bringing comfort and joy to men and women serving overseas. His commitment to honoring veterans and active-duty soldiers became a hallmark of his career. Red heart, family, philanthropy, and personal life. Behind the fame, Toby Keith was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. He married Tricia Lucas in 1984, and together they raised 3 children. Despite his busy touring schedule, he often emphasized the importance of family and credited them as his greatest source of strength. Toby was also deeply committed to philanthropy. In 2006, he established the Toby Keith Foundation, which focused on helping children battling cancer and their families. His foundation built the OK Kids Choral, a cost-free home for families of pediatric cancer patients in Oklahoma City. This act of generosity reflected the heart of Toby Keith, a man who never forgot his roots and always looked for ways to give back. Candled his final battle. In June 2022, Toby revealed that he had been diagnosed with stomach cancer the previous year. He chose to face the illness with honesty, sharing updates with fans and continuing to perform when his health allowed. Even as the disease progressed, Toby maintained courage and optimism. He gave his final public performance in September 2023 in Las Vegas, where he was visibly weakened but still delivered with passion. Fans described it as both heartbreaking and inspiring, as Toby poured his remaining strength into the music he loved. On February 5, 2024, Toby Keith passed away at the age of 62. His death, though not unexpected, was deeply felt around the world. Tributes flooded in from fellow musicians, political leaders, and fans. Country star Blake Shelton wrote, "Toby Keith was a true American legend." Even former U.S. presidents honored his memory, recognizing his impact on culture and patriotism. Coffin, burial, and final resting place. Toby Keith was laid to rest in Oklahoma, his home state. His funeral was attended by family, close friends, and fellow artists who came to say their final goodbyes. His grave has already become a pilgrimage site for fans, many of whom bring flowers, flags, and handwritten notes thanking him for his music, his patriotism, and his philanthropy. For many, visiting his resting place is a way to connect with the man whose songs became the soundtrack of their lives. Calendar anniversary of his passing. Each year on February 5th, fans will remember Toby Keith, not just for his music, but for his larger-than-life personality, his patriotism, and his acts of kindness. His death anniversary is destined to become a day of tribute concerts, radio specials, and moments of reflection for millions of fans who considered him not just an artist, but a voice of their own lives. Rose closing tribute for Toby Keith. Toby Keith's story is one of grit, determination, and heart. From Oklahoma's oil fields to the stages of sold-out arenas, he carved a path that was uniquely his own. He never tried to be anything but himself, and that authenticity made him a legend. Through his songs, he gave us laughter, comfort, pride, and tears. Through his philanthropy, he gave families hope. And through his unwavering spirit, he showed us what it means to face life's toughest battles with courage. Though Toby Keith has left this world, his music will forever play on radios, in bars, at family gatherings, and in the hearts of those who loved him. Today, we honor him. Today, we remember him. And today, we say thank you, Toby Keith, for the music, the memories, and the message that will never fade. Today, we have remembered 3 incredible American stars who left us far too soon. Carl Weathers, whose strength and charisma brought Apollo Creed and countless other characters to life. Andre Braugher, whose brilliance and dignity forever changed television and comedy. And Toby Keith, whose music, patriotism, and generosity touched the hearts of millions. Though they are gone, their voices, their performances, and their legacies remain. They remind us that while life is fleeting, art, music, and love are eternal. As we reflect on their lives, let us carry their lessons with us. Let us remember to live boldly, to give generously, and to cherish the people who inspire us. Thank you for joining us today on Gone Legends. If this tribute touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others so their memories live on. And in the comments, tell us, where are you watching from, and which of these stars meant the most to you? Together, we keep their legacies alive. May Carl Weathers, Andre Braugher, and Toby Keith rest in eternal peace. Until next time, this is Gone Legends, honoring the stars we've lost and the legends who will never be forgotten.